Hi everyone. Hello students. I hope you all are doing well and good, right? So in the last class, we have all discussed about the trigonometry. In today's class, we will be discussing about the deep dive concept of trigonometric angles and trigonometric identities. We will be discussing the three types of identities, where how we can use that formulas, identities to prove the left hand side and right hand side of trigonometric identities. And here today's class, we will be just solving the question based on trigonometric ratio angles that we have discussed, right? So now let's start with the proper Olympiad level and aesthetic questions so that you can just make a progress how to involve the concepts in the coming questions. Okay. So now let's start with our first question that we are having, that is evaluate the question. So what does this mean? So let's suppose the question says that sine 60 degree. Here we are having the question that is sine 60 degree cos 30 degree plus cos 60 degree sine 30 degree. Now here we need to just evaluate, right? So as we know that, what is the value of sine 60 degree? So the value of sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2. So whenever you are substituting the value, just write that since we know that sine 60 degree is equals to root 3 by 2. So we will just put the value here, root 3 by 2. It will be having a product. Now cos 30 degree. What is the value of cos 30 degree? So here we will say, okay, so the cos 30 degree will be root 3 by 2. So we will just substitute here as well, root 3 by 2 plus cos 60 degree. So do you know the value of cos 60 degree? Yes. So the value of that is cos 60 degree is, that is 1 by 2. So we will just put the value 1 by 2 here. Product. Sine 30 degree. What is sine 30 degree? So we know the value, that is sine 30 degree is equals to 1 by 2. So these are the things that we have to mention that will give you extra marks, right? So it will be also 1 by 2. Now we will just do the product. Root 3 by root 3. If I say that root x into root x, it is always x. So for this, it will be root 3 into root 3, 3. 2 into that will be 4. As here, 1 product of 1, it will be 1. 2 product of 2, it will be 4. Here we have got the two like fractions. As you can see, here we have got the two like fractions. Now what we will do, we will just solve this by taking the LCM. Now if we just see LCM of the denominator that we are having, 4 and 4 is what? It is only 4, right? So if we just solve it further, it will be 4 only, and it will be 3 plus 1. So here you will be getting the value, that is 4 by 4 is what? That is 1. So here we have got the value as 1. Just keep the final answer in bracket, right? Now I hope you are understood how we use the formulas to solve the question, and you have to remember the trigonometric ratio angles, right? So now let us take one more different question that is of type 2 level, and let's discuss that question as well. So here you can see that if I say I'm having like 2 10 square. Now you can see the type, right? So 2 10 square 45 degree plus cos square 30 degree plus sine square 60 degree. And here we need to just calculate the answer of this given question, right? So what we will do, we will just solve this formation. So, right, yeah. Now just substitute the question once again. So it is like 10 square 45 degree plus cos square 30 degree plus sine square 60 degree. Now, if we see here, the values which are being given, like 2 10 square, it means 2 is product, so it will be 2 into. Here we have to just know the value of 1045 degree. So do you know or do you remember what is the value of 1045? So we need to just mention that since we know that 1045 degree is what? So the value of 1045 degree is 1. So we will just substitute the value here as well. So it will be 1. It is a square. It means it will like this. 1 square plus cos square 30. Do you know the value of cos square 30 or cos 30? Square will be done, right? So if we just say that cos 30 value is root 3 by 2. And let's have the sine square also. That is sine 60 degree. What is the value of sine 60? That is also root 3 by 2. So you have to mention that where the values have been come from. It has been come when we have just seen the table of that, right? So here it is cos square 30. It will be root 3 by 2 whole square. As here sin 60, so it will be also like root 3 by 2 whole square. Now, you will just do the part like 2 into 1 square, it will be 1. Root 3 into root 3, as it is square, it means like root 3 square is what? It means root 3 into root 3. That is, answer is 3 will be. So it will be 3. And 2 square is what? Like 2 square, we can write as 2 into 2, that will be 4. So here it will be 4 plus same root 3. So it will be 3 and here also 4. So the further answer, if you just solve it further and simplify, you will be getting like 2 ones are 2. Product of 1, it will be 2. 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4. Now, we need to just take the LCM. As something is not there means it is there. Like 1 is there. Denominator is 1. So we will just take the LCM of 1, 4 and 4. That will be only 4, right? So if we just take the LCM further and solve it, you will be getting LCM as 4. So here we will just 2 times of 4 plus 3 times of 1 plus 3 times of 4. So if you just say that 2 fours time like 8, 3 one time it will be 3 and 3 one time it will be also 3. So it will be 3, 3, 6, right? So 8 plus 6 upon 4, it will be 14 upon 4. This is your final answer. Now I hope you have understood the type 2 question based on trigonometric ratio angles. Now let us consider the type 3 question that is more feasible to understand how to solve the questions, right? Okay, so now let us take the type 3 type of question. The question is 5 cos square 60 plus 4 sec square 30 minus 10 square 45 degree. The whole is divided by, that is, sine square 30 plus cos square 30. Now, let us solve this question. This is a type 3 type of question. So let's write this question like 5 cos square 60 degree plus 4 sec square 30 degree minus 10 square 45 degree, right? And if I just move further, it will be sine square 30 degree plus cos square 30 degree. Now we have to just remember all the trigonometric ratio value, like value for angles, that will be more feasible to solve this question. So here we will write since cos 60. What the value of cos 60? We will just write here. The value of cos 60 is what? That is 1 by 2. What is the value of sec 30? As we know that sec 30 is inverse or reciprocal of cos 30. So cos 30 value is root 3 by 2. Then sec 30 will be 2 by root 3. Next is tan 45. What is the tan 45 value? It is 1, right? Okay. So now we are having sine 30. What is the value of sine 30? That is 1 by 2. And the next one is we are having cos 30. So cos 30 is what? Like cos 30 is root 3 by 2, right? So these all are the trigonometric ratios angle that we have got. Now we will just substitute the value in this. So 5 times cos square 30 for 60, it will be 1 by 2 whole square plus 4 product sec square 30 that we are having 2 upon root 3 square minus 10 square 40, that will be 1 square whole divided by sin 30 value is 1 by 2 whole square plus cos square 30 will be root 3 by 2 whole square. You have to just make the remembrance like square is present, right? Okay then. So if you just see that 5 product 1 by 2. 1 square means what? That is 1 into 1. And if I say that 2 square, it will be 2 into 2, that will be 4, right? So it will be 1 by 4 plus 4 into, so 2 square I have told you that will be 4, root 3 square. So root 3 square, it means that root 3 into root 3. So we are getting the value as 3, right? So it will be like this, minus 1. 1 square is 1, right? And 1 upon 2, it will be 1 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4. Now, let us solve it further. As we move further, it will be 5 upon 4. it will be 4 into 4, 16 upon 3 minus 1 whole divided by, it will be LCM will be 4 and it will be 1 plus 3. If we just solve it further, it will be 5 upon 4 plus 16 upon 3 minus 1. Nothing is there and 1 is there. And it will be 4 upon 4, that will be cancelled and we will get 1. Now we will just take the LCM of 4, 3 and 1. If I just take the LCM of this one, so we will be getting as 12, right? So it will be 15, 5 into 3, 15. And here 4 is there, so 4 into 16, that is 16 4s are 64, right? You can just check it over here as well, right? 64 minus 12. Now, this has been calculated like this, right? And if you just solve it further, 64 plus 15, it will be 9, 79 minus 12, you will be getting 7, 67. So it is 67 by 12. This is your final answer of type 3 question. Now I hope you all have understood all about the trigonometric ratios with different types of angle. Now, let us move further and understand all about the trigonometric identities, how we can solve them, and what are the types of identities, how it has been derived, and each and everything from basic, right? So let's start and move further with the most important topic of the class, that is trigonometric identity. Trigonometric identity. That's the most important thing, everybody. So just make sure that you all are having a note of this, and this will help you to get good marks in your examination, right? So everybody just focus over here and get ready with this. Now, as I told you, like let's consider a right angle triangle, right? And name them as A, B, C, right? Generally we take that name, right? So do not like say. So here I say that it is A, B, and C, and it is right angle at B. And we are taking the reference angle at A here. Let's suppose it as theta, right? Okay, now I will be just applying the Pythagoras theorem by using Pythagoras theorem. We know that is hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square, right? And if you just move further, what is hypotenuse over here? That is AC square. What is perpendicular? That is AB. Is that clear? No. So for that, we have to just mark each and everything so that we get an idea. Here, this is side opposite. So here it is opposite side. So it will be perpendicular. This is your adjacent side. So it will be base. And this will be your hypotenuse. Always make a remembrance like this. Now, just substitute the value. Then only you will not do mistakes. So it will be AC square. What is the perpendicular now? That is BC square. And what is base? That is AB square. Now we have just substituted the values. Now what is the next step? What is the next step? So I would like to say divide AC square from equation number 1. Divide AC from whole equation. So what you will be getting? As we had, that is AC square is equals to BC square plus AB square. Now we need to divide AC from all, like it will be like this, AC square. Here also it will be AC square, and here also it will be AC square, right? So here you can see that AC being cancelled, so we got 1. And if I just compare with the trigonometric ratio, what is BC? That is perpendicular. What is AC? That is hypotenuse. So can you remember what is the trigonometric ratio for that? As we know that sine of theta, like it is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So here we can write it as sine of angle A square will be like this only. Now, here also it is like AB. AB is what? It is base. And what is AC? That is hypotenuse. So what is trigonometric ratio for that? That is cos theta, right? So here we can write it as cos theta whole square. So now we have got our final first trigonometric identity, that is sine square A plus cos square A is equals to 1. Or further, we can write it as a formation of very important formula. We will be using each and every things from this formula to solve the questions, right? So it is basically sine square theta, which is considered reference angle as theta, plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Let's suppose this is our first formula. If we just do the transpose of this, you will be getting sine square theta is equals to 1 minus cos square theta. This is your second type of formula. And a third one, if we just do, that will be cos square theta is equals to 1 minus sine square theta. This is your third form. So these are the very important formula that we will be using to solve questions, right? I hope it is very clear to each and everyone. So this was your first trigonometric identity. And let us do for the second case as well. So have the second trigonometric identity. Basically, we have this like 3 trigonometric ratio identities. So let us take that equation. So if I say that we have our Pythagoras theorem in that is AC square was like equals to AB square plus BC square. Now, in the previous case, we have divided AC, right? Now, in this one, we will be dividing something else. So, can you guess what we have to divide now? Can anybody can guess? So, here we will be dividing AB. Here we will be dividing AB square. So, here it can be like AC square upon AB square is equals to like AB square divided by AB square plus BC square upon BC. No, we are dividing with AB, right? So here we will just write EB square. Okay, if we just move further, we can say that this has been cancelled. So it will become AC upon AB whole square. It will become 1 and it will be BC upon AB whole square. Now, can you just guess? As we had a triangle like this, it was A, C, B. This was your perpendicular, this was your base, and this was your hypotenuse. Can you guess with reference of angle A as theta, what is AC upon AB? Can you guess? What is AC upon AB? So as we just make a reminder, if you know the trigonometric ratio, that is AC upon AB. So what is AC here? That is hypotenuse. And what is this? It is base. So hypotenuse upon base is what? It is basically, tell me, yes, what's that? It's basically the reverse of cos, that is sec theta, we can say, right? So here we have got, that is sec A square is equals to 1 plus, and this is resemblance to 10A. So it will be 10A square. So if I finalize the equation, so I will be getting like 1 plus 10 square A is equals to sec square A, this equation number 1. And if I just do the reformation of this, so I can write it as, that is 10 square A is equals to sec square A as well, that is minus 1, equation number 2. Or the third formula that we can have, that is 1 equals to sec square A minus 10 square A. Likewise, this was your second trigonometric identity that is very important to solve the given question. Now, same likewise, we can just have the third trigonometric ratio that I will be telling you finally, that is cos square A, that is plus 1 is equals to cosec square A, or further it can be written like this, that is cot square A is equals to cosec square A minus 1, or we can say that 1 is equals to cosec square A minus cot square. So these are the 3 trigonometric identities that we will be using to solve different types of questions in this, right? So everybody just make a note of this, and now we will be starting to solve questions based on trigonometric identities, and that's the most important question that we will be having, right? So everybody just make a note of this, and let's start with some proof level of questions, Right, everyone? Okay. So let us start with the first thing. So the first question is that proof. We need to just prove it, right? So the type 1 question that we are having, that is 1 minus cos square theta is equals to sine square theta. So what is the thing that we have to follow? So first of all, we will just write solution and we will just take the one side, which is left hand side. So as we know the equation, we are having this is the left hand side and this is right hand side. So we will just take the left hand side first. So here we are having like 1 minus cos square theta. So now only I have told you one identity, that is identity number 1, that since we had like sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1, right? So here it can be written like sine square theta is equals to 1 minus cos square theta. Can you just see the resemblance now? Yes. So this can be formed as sine square theta. So we have got our left hand side as sine square theta and the right hand side we had, it was sine square theta only, right? You can just see here. So from here we can say that therefore, the left hand side is equals to right hand side. So this is a very basic, easy problem, right? Now we will just make a level of this question and we will solve that as well. Now let us take the type 2 level of questions, right? Okay, so let's suppose the question given is second question of second type, that is 1 upon 1 by sine square theta minus cos square theta upon sine square theta is equals to 1. So now what we will do, we will just write first the question given below, that is solution 1 by sine square theta minus cos square theta upon sine square theta is equals to 1. Now we have seen that there are two things, like this is your left hand side and this is your right hand side. So now we will just consider the first one, that is left hand side over here, right? So if we just move to solve with left hand side, so here we have 1 upon sine square theta minus cos square theta upon sine square theta. So here you can see that here we are having sine square theta, sine square theta. So we need to just take the LCM of this. So if we can say LCM of sine square theta and sine square theta is also, or is always sine square theta. Whenever we are having the same thing, like if I take LCM of 1 and 1 by 2, so it will be 2 only, right? So same with this as well. No worries. Do not take tension of how it can be done. No. So here we will be getting sine square theta only. And here it will be 1 minus cos square theta. Can you just make a resemblance like 1 square sine, 1 minus sine square or 1 minus cos square formula that we have discussed? Yes. That was since we know sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So here we can just make a resemblance like sine square theta is equals to what? That is 1 minus cos square theta, right? So we just see here or substitute the value in this, you will be getting, in the place of this, you will be write sine square theta. So sine square theta and was by sine square theta. So the same thing will be got cancelled. So it will be cancelled like this. You will be getting like value 1. So here we can say that left hand side is 1 and we had right hand side as well 1. Now therefore we can say that yes, left hand side is equals to right hand side. So hence this question is proved. This was the question for level 2. Now let us take a different type level of question, right? To understand this concept in deep dive manner. So let us take a different level of question, that is level 3 question. So everybody just have a key eye on this question. Today we will just solve each and everything from trigonometric identities, right? So the question says that 1 plus sine x upon or by cos x plus cos x upon 1 plus sin x is equals to what? That is 2 upon cos x. So this is the question that we are having, right? So what we will do, we will just take the first, that is left hand side. If we just see here, we are having left hand side that is equals to 1 plus sin x upon cos x plus it is cos x upon 1 plus sin x, right? If I just solve it further, we will just take the LCM of cos x and 1 plus this, it will be 1 plus sin x will be there. We will be having the product of this one, right? Now, if we just see the LCM, this will be multiplied, so it will become 1 plus sin x and it will be 1 plus sin x. Plus sign will be there. Now, this will be multiplied, it will be cos x multiplied with cos x. So, if I just solve it further, so here you can see that it is in the format of, since we can see that a plus b bracket a plus b. So, in the format of a plus b whole square, right? Okay, and you can see that a into a in this as well. So, it is what? That is a square, right? Now, let us solve this now. It will become 1 plus sin x power whole square plus it will become cos square x whole divided by cos x 1 plus sin x, right? Okay. So now let us move further. Here you can see that a plus b formula is applied. What is the formula? Like a plus b whole square. The formula is a square plus b square plus 2ab, right? So here a value is 1, 1 square. B value is what? It is sin x. So it will be sin x square plus 2 into 1 into sin x plus cos square x whole divided by cos x bracket 1 plus sin x, right? So this is the important formula that we have right now. Okay, if I solve it further, so 1 square is 1 only. And here we can say sin x square will be sin square x plus it will be 2 into 1, 2. So it will be 2 sin x plus cos square x whole divided by cos x 1 plus sin x, right? So this is the important formula that we have now. If we just see here, if we just combine sin square x and cos square x, what is the formula? Since we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is what? That is 1. That resemblance to 1. So here we will write 1 plus this of sum of these two will be only 1 and it will be 2 sin x upon it will be cos x 1 plus sin x, right? Okay. So if we just move it further, so 1 plus 1 will be 2, 2 sin x upon cos x 1 plus sin x. Now, if we just solve it further, we can say, we can just take 2 common from here. So it will be 2, we will be taking common, it will become 1 plus sin x, right? And it will be cos x bracket 1 plus sin x. You can see that two similar things have been seen here, right? So we will just cancel this one, it will be 2 upon cos x. So we have got our left hand side. Let us check what is the right hand side. It is 2 upon cos x, right? So here we can say that we have got our left hand side that is 2 upon or 2 by cos x and we had our RHS also that was 2 upon cos x, right? So therefore we can say that left hand side is equals to right hand side. Now I hope it is very clear to each and everyone that we have discussed the type 4 level of question. Now let us discuss one that is type 5 of question. That is the most important question, right? So everybody just have a key eye on this. Here you are having a question like this. Okay, so the question was sin x upon, or you can say by 1 minus sin x minus sin x by 1 plus sin x equals to 2 tan square x. Now, we need to just solve this question, right? So first of all, we will just take for left hand side. As you know that this is a left hand side and this is your right hand side. So left hand side we have, that is sin x upon, we can say by 1 minus sin x minus sin x here, and it will be 1 plus sin x, right? So we just take the LCM of this. Here you can see that it is like a minus b and a plus b. Since we know the formula, that is a minus b and a plus b is what, my dear students? It is a square minus b square, right? So here it resembles a, it resembles b, a and b. So now we will just solve it. So here it will become 1 minus sin x and it will be 1 plus sin x, right? And if I just do the multiplication for this, so this will be multiplied with this and this will be multiplied with this. So here sin x will be like this. This bracket will be coming like 1 plus sin x will come here. Negative sign will be there and it will be minus sin x and 1 minus sin x, right? Okay. So now let us move further and solve the given question. So sine into 1, it will be sin x. Sine into sine. Sine into sine is also 2 times, like it will be sine square x. Same with this. Minus sine x into 1 will be minus sine x. Minus into minus, it will be plus, and it will be sine square x whole divided by. Now we will just do the square. That 1 square minus sine square x, right? So as we know that since 1 minus sine square x is equals to what? That is cos square x, right? Now, if I just move further, so you can see that minus sine x plus sine is cancelled, and here 1 sine x square plus 1 sine square will be 2 sine square x, and here we will be just having it as cos square x. So it will be cos square x. And what is the formula that we have learned? So as we have learned that tan x is equals to what? That is sin x upon cos x. So can you just see the resemblance from here as well? Right? So we can write it as, that is 2 times of tan square x. This is your left hand side, right? And we have our right hand side as well. That is also 2 tan square x. Therefore, we can say that we have got left hand side is equals to right hand side. I hope it is very clear to each and everyone. So now we have just completed with our trigonometric identity all 5 types of different level of questions, and I hope it is very clear to each and everyone how the formulas have been derived and how we have just completed all the question categories based on this, right? So I hope you all enjoyed the class, learned a lot, and if you're having any doubt, you can just ask me, and let's revise each and everything of the trigonometric, because after that we will be just solving some more question based off angles, right? So everyone, let's meet in the next live session. Till then, just revise, practice, and keep safe and enjoy. Let's meet in the next class of live session. Till then, see you. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining today's class. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.